Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Jay Barry here, and I'm back with another video here to talk about some more Final Fantasy VII and Rebirth and how to beat the rulers of the Outworld bout, the Chadley brutal missions. These missions can be really tough, and there is a really easy or simple or cheesy way that you can do to defeat this challenge, to beat this challenge, and I'm going to show it to you. So I learned this strategy through a friend of mine through high school. He told me about it. He put it into motion when it came to me. Let me know what I should do and stuff like that. And we just got everything together. So I'm going to show you guys the Materia setup. I'm going to show you how to defeat the rulers of the outer world, and let's get right into it. If this video helped you out, let me know in the comment section below, or hit the like button, and let's get this platinum. Okay, so we are here to show the Materia setup. This is going to be showing you, I'm going to be showing you the Materia setup for all of the 3 party members, Aerith, Tifa, and Yuffie. So this is the team that I went with, pretty beastly team. And yeah, I went with a Plumus Rod when it comes to Aerith because it gives me the most magic attack, and we're going to be using magic. The Centurion Bracer for the Materia slot, to be honest with you, and the Genji Glove. You want to have the Genji Gloves, to be honest with you. If you don't have the Genji Gloves, definitely work on getting the Genji Glove because it breaks the 999 limit. If you don't have the Genji Glove and you're doing this, equip her with something that boosts her magic attack, but I highly recommend you get the Genji Glove before you do the rulers of the outer world. Just makes everything much easier and makes it more efficient when it comes to spamming all this fire, because we're going to be using a lot of fire. We're going to be making that thing rain in this bout. So let's go over the Materia and show you my setup. So Fire and Ice linked to Magic Focus. Fire and Ice is really good Materia because it saves you a slot doing 2 magic attacks. We got HP up with Precision, Defense, Focus. A very slept on Materia. Really good. Guard for the AI and also gives ATB. We got First Strike linked with ATB boost. ATB is going to be the key component here, and we want all of it. We got Fire linked to MP Absorption because we're going to be throwing a lot of fire. Level 3 Firegra. And we want that MP to come back. Fire with Elemental because we want to survive the hits. Make sure, like I said, I'm showing you all the fire right here. We got a lot of fire that we're going to be spamming. We got a lot of fire that we're going to be shooting. But make sure your Elemental is level 3 as well. So do the due diligence of grinding and getting those things to level 3. Healing with Magnify. We're going to need this when it comes to the Sephiroth final round, because that Octa Slash is bothers. It's the Octa Slash. You're gonna need that. And Aerith with the Harlow Magic boosting stuff that we have here should heal you up good. Enemy skills are really good Materia. And enemy skill, I'm gonna show you here, it boosts a lot of your stats. So equip enemy skill on Aerith, because look, more MP, more attack, more magic, strength, magic. You want that. So enemy skill, get magic up. We're using Aerith. Of course we want magic up. I have Phoenix on Aerith because that's just a thing I had been doing since the OG game, and it's just a thing for me. The weapon skills is alright with this weapon. So we have the Enduring Ward is probably the most important one, to be honest with you. The Enhanced Tempest is okay, and we got more health. But the Enduring Ward is the one that you want to equip. Really, you can put the Ward Shift Mastery instead of the Enhanced Tempest because you're not really going to be controlling Aerith like that. But I just went with that one anyway. All right, so let's get into Tifa. We're using the Crystal Glove because the Crystal Glove is going to give her the most magic. As you can see, we're using magic. The Tiger Fangs is really good. But Tifa, we're gonna be spamming a lot of fire. We want that magic really high. But if you want to use the Tiger Gloves, use it. But the reason why we use the Crystal Gloves is because the weapon abilities are really good. The last weapon is really good too, but use the Crystal Gloves. It's a beautiful weapon. Look at that, man. That's a beautiful weapon right there. So use it. It's pretty good. The weapon abilities will help you out with this bout. Centurion Armlet. you know, for the materia slots. And Fury Ring. Fury Ring is really good because it grants Berserker at the start of the battle, which boosts your strength, your magic, and we're going to be spamming a lot of that right there with Tifa. And during the end of Sephiroth, we're going to be using some of her, weapon abilities. But if you don't have the Fury Ring, try to equip the Full Throttle Wrist Guard to get that strength up, because you want that magic up, or use a champion belt. If you don't have the champion belt, you earn that through doing the crunches, the sit-up challenges back in the Corral region. But if you don't have the Fury Ring, you can use those two, and you should be good. But the Fury Ring, I would highly suggest that. We got Fire linked to Magic Focus, because like I said, we're gonna be throwing that thing. We're gonna be throwing that fire, and we want all the potency of that fire. You feel me? We got Fire linked with Swift Cast. We want to cast it really quick. Cast it really fast, but Aerith is going to help us out with that, especially with the Arcane Ward that we're going to put there. Magic Switch with Magic Attack is a really good materia. I kind of slept on this materia right here. All the ones that switch up, so the HP with MP, the Spirit with I think is Spirit with Vitality. Those are really good because you can create some really good builds with this game. That's one of the reasons why I really love this game, because you can just mix and match and trial and error, see which build that you want, see which material you want to put on there. But this works really well because, as you can see, the magic attack goes pretty up. And then we have HP up because we want all that health. Then we're gonna have Fire linked with MP absorption, because we're gonna be spamming that fire. We want that MP back, as you're gonna see when I show you the gameplay. Then Fire linked to Elemental, protect us against Phoenix of that Rebirth flame. That's going to be healing us up, so any of those attacks are going to be healing us up. We got also healing linked to magic efficiency. So I have magic efficiency here just in case if you don't have a third magnify. If you don't have a third magnify, magic efficiency is really good because it's going to cost less MP. But magnify is really good because it saves ATB. Even though we're going to be getting ATB a lot when it comes to the setup that we're going to be showing, or this setup that we have here, magnify is definitely the more optimal thing to have, and you should earn another magnify if you want to get to the rulers of the outer world. You should earn another one, but just in case you don't, use magic efficiency just so you can lessen that cost for MP. So yeah, just use that with healing. You're not going to really need healing with Tifa. You can have that covered with Aerith, to be honest with you. But just in case, we have that there. Or you can probably put another time on her. It depends. Then we have Precision Defense Focus. Love this materia right here. And Strength Up. Precision Defense Focus is really, really important. I have Kujata. Just to show you Kujata, it gives her more health. But Odin is probably the better one because it ups the magic attack. So because we're going to be spamming a lot of magic, so Odin is actually the choice to choose here. But I'm just showing you that you can use Kujata if you're a little bit scared and you don't want Tifa to die. You have more health that you can earn or have with Kujata. Then we have enhanced techniques on the weapon skill. Like I said, this is why we went with this weapon. Attack plus 20 opening ATB boost. That's why we have it on here. And attack magic plus 20. So this is why we have the crystal gloves on here. Probably my favorite weapon, that's visual wise, but it's also really good with the weapon skills, especially with that opening ATB boost. But yeah, I'm showing you right here once again, if you don't have magnify, you can equip magic efficiency. If you don't want to use healing, use time or barrier, one of them. So let's go into Yuffie. Crescent Sickle is the weapon I went with. Probably the best weapon for this bout. My favorite weapon, to be honest with you, is the Crystalline Cross, because it gives Yuffie what you kind of really want in this battle, and that's more defense. You know what I mean? More HP, and attack. But you're not going to be really attacking with Yuffie here. And that's just if you're scared that she's going to die, if your brutal form is not on point, definitely equip the Crystalline Cross, so you have that more HP just in case. But the Crescent Sickle, you want to equip this one because the weapon skill is the ones that we want. ATB is the key word here. and the weapon skill is going to give us that ATB. So that's why I went with a crescent sickle, and it gives us a little bit more of that, magic. Valkyrian bangle here. I went with this because it gave me more defense. You can also use the Hades armlet if you want to. It gives you an extra materia slot, but it lessens your defense. And just in case, if your brutal form, what we're going to be showing here is, say you mess up, you can tank a little bit more hit with the Valkyrian bangle, but you do get a little bit more magic defense with the Hades armlet. Speed Demon keychain, one of the best accessories. We're going to be using a lot of weapon abilities like brutal form, so it's going to be replenishing ATB, and Yuffie's just going to have ATB all day, every day by doing this strategy I'm going to be showing you later. So we equip that. It's a must-have, to be honest with you. It's a must-have. Here's the weapon. The materia. We got ATB boost with ATB assist. ATB assist is really good because it's going to give our allies more ATB the more we use a command. So we're going to be spamming We're going to be spamming brutal form, giving ATB to the teammate, and we have skill materia here. 3 commands give you ATB, so we're going to be gaining ATB. So brutal form, brutal form, brutal form, and we're going to ATB for you and for the team. Time, we're going to be casting that every round in this bout. Speed up for sure. ATB boost, we're going to be activating that at the beginning of every round. First strike, more ATB. Like I said, ATB, ATB, ATB. Put that chant in the chat, ATB. That's what we want here with this battle. This battle is cheap. Magnified with barrier, we're going to need this, especially for the last round with Sephiroth. If you want to survive that Octo Slash, you're going to need this. Fire with elemental, just so we can survive the rebirth flame with Phoenix. So yeah, you're going to need that. HP up and precision defense focus. Really good material, especially if you're controlling AI enemies. So I'm just showing you the Hades armlet as far as what you can do, what you can put on just for that extra material slot. It's up to you what you want to put on there. Probably like steady defense or steady blocking. Put that on there just to give her more defense. But you can put whatever you want to put on here, to be honest with you. But just showing that, just to show that you have a lot of options to choose from when it comes to the armor and materia setups here that you can do. But I went with the Valkyrian bangle. It's the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. So, or you can put prey on there, so you don't use any MP, but you're just using ATB. But to be honest with you, I don't think you're gonna really need that, because you're gonna be using the brutal form, strategy that we're gonna be showing much later. MP up, just in case you're running out of MP or you're in a tight spot. Like I said, I'm just showing you these options just so you know. Vitality is also good because Yuffie defense is not really that good. But we're gonna switch back over to the Valkyrian bangle, which I equipped the wrong one right there, but it's all good. We're gonna switch back over there, which I like that what you call it, armor a lot. And as I try to put back the ATB that I had, not ATB, the material that I had in there. I've used the word ATB so much that it's stuck in my head. But here's the weapon skills. Like I said, this is the reason why we went with it. Attack power plus 20. We got opening ATB boost, ATB charge up, and another attack power 20. So yeah, this is the setup that I had when it comes to the 3 characters, Aerith, Tifa, and Yuffie. We're going to go into the strategy and show you how it works. But let's get on into it. This is the setup that I found was pretty optimal, and it worked. It got me to defeat it. But, showing you guys is going to have you guys believe in it. So let's get into it. Let's show this bout, Rulers of the Outer World, and let's show how good this setup can be. All right, let's get on over there. Okay, so this is the team, what we're rocking with. We got the Yuffie, we got the Aerith, we got Tifa. You want to have Aerith as your leader. So right as the round start, you want to activate ATB boost, switch over to Yuffie, activate ATB boost, and use brutal form. Make sure you have a shortcut set up for brutal form because it's going to be very, very important. And you want to cast haste on yourself, and then use Aerith to cast ATB ward. Throw your shuriken, and then get some ATB, and then just keep spamming that brutal form. Tifa should have about 2 ATBs, so she's gonna throw that fire at Kujata, and then from there you're gonna set up your arcane ward on Tifa, and then do your brutal form, then cast fire level 3 on Kujata as well. Brutal form is really, really good, and that is how you're gonna gain ATB for everyone. Like we did in a Materia setup, we got the skill Materia, and using a skill more than 2 times here is going to build up so much ATB for the party. So you're going to rinse and repeat with the whole fire level 3 when it comes to Tifa and Aerith, but make sure you set up that arcane ward for Aerith. If Tifa gets out of arcane ward, it's okay, because when Aerith uses her level 3, she will use it. So rinse and repeat with that to kill Kujata. Don't worry about Phoenix. It's going to cast Rebirth Flame, but you know, we got the elemental fire stuff on us, so we should be okay. We're not going to get hurt. So you're going to be doing the same thing here, where when it comes, you're going to use Tifa to attack Phoenix. Either or can do it, to be honest with you. Aerith is preferred, so you can just warp to the arcane ward, which it warps to the wrong one, and then use Blizzaga level 3 on Phoenix, and this should wipe Phoenix out. And with Tifa, you want to use fire on Kujata to wipe him out. Phoenix should get wiped out here, to be honest with you, and if it doesn't get wiped out, then just use another, you know, probably like Blizzard level 2 to kill Phoenix. But as you can see, Phoenix is dead, so I was like, okay, Phoenix is dead. Now we're just going to ramp up with the Fire-Agra, fire level 3, and just do the same thing that we did in the first part, killing off Kujata. So brutal form, you're gonna be controlling Yuffie a lot in this Rulers of the Outer World battle, and we're gonna be using this stuff, fire, and a lot. So the good thing about this is, like, you know, you gain back your health as well, so you should be okay with a lot of the magic that you use, or you gain back a lot of your MP with the setup that we're using as well. So that one, pretty simple. But here is bout number 2. This can get a little bit annoying. These things get a little annoying. These things get a little bit hard. But at the end of the day, we all should be all right. So we got Titan and we got Bahamut. So you want to activate ATB boost with Aerith. Activate ATB boost with Yuffie. And we're going to roll away. Cast time on ourselves. And then set up with Aerith once again. You want to get some distance. So put the ATB ward on Yuffie. Throw your shuriken. You know, Bahamut can be a little bit upsetting, but once you get that ATB ward down, just continue to set up there with Yuffie. So we're going to cast fire level 3 on the Pulse of Violence. That should pretty much pressure it. Then you're going to, you know, set up your whole, you know, arcane ward on Tifa, so she casts 2. And then once you get the ATB, cast fire level 3 on, you know, Bahamut. It's good to take out Titan first, to be honest with you here. So we're going to switch on over and go to Titan, because Titan could be a little annoying, especially when they put up that whole shield thing and get annoying. So take out Titan. It shouldn't take so long. Right there, boom, it's dead. And then now we can just target up, you know, Bahamut. You know, you can take the wings out. It's better to take the wings out, to be honest with you. You know, if you're in the ward, the arcade ward is going to do too. But yeah, take the wings out. This should pressure it a lot. You know, once you take the wings out, you know, get back into your ATB ward, and just keep setting up that good old ATB, and just rinse and repeat with level 3 fire. So this setup is very strong. Like I said, you're going to be using this a lot. You're going to be using this a lot. And like it's with the whole Materia setup, this is the reason why we set the Materia how we want to set it up. And then one more level 3 fire should kill it. You're missing me. Brutal form is very, very strong, especially when you have it on a shortcut. I'm a tactical mode person when it comes to the remake and rebirth, but Yuffie's brutal form definitely got me using the shortcuts. I'll be honest with you. Alright, so here we go. We got Alexander and Odin. This one can be a little difficult because Odin can be annoying. But once you know how to deal with Odin, you should be alright. You got to be careful and look out for his attacks. If he's coming at you, use brutal form and then set up the same way. So you want to cast haste on Yuffie. Make sure you do ATB boost on Aerith and on Yuffie as well. And then boom, we're gonna just move out the way. Watch out for that tremor, but you got the brutal form. You should be all right. And then we're gonna target Odin with a level 3 fire and put Arcade Ward on Tifa. This should have Odin vanish if you get hit with this. But this is a lot of damage there. So he's gonna vanish. He's gonna get the hell up out of there, and then we can focus up on Alexander. And then you just want to take out the 2, arms with Alexander. As you can see, she already casted out the fire because all it took was that 1 to get Odin out there. Both arms are crippled. Some people like to use lightning, but you kind of want to, preserve on a lot of your MP because Alexander is weak to lightning. But we're using fire because we gain back a lot of MP by using, level 3 fire. Sorry, my mic was cut out right there, but keep to the the setup. Keep casting those level 3 fire. You're gonna build up your MP back, as you can see with Aerith. Look at that when she does it too. Once Alexander's down, Odin should appear, but you already got fire setting up ready for him. Whereas to blast him, you're gonna nuke him, and get Odin up out of there, man. You want to get Odin out there fast. Because if you don't, he's going to do his little temporal distortion thing and then try to trap you, which is pretty annoying. The longer Odin stays on the field, the harder it's going to be because you don't want him to do his Zenkin move, however you pronounce that. I know I butchered that. But yeah, same. Just blast him up with some fire and you should be good to go. See, you gain your MP back, you're going to be alright. And Yuffie, regardless of what MP she uses, going to the round, you're going to gain back like a little bit MP each round you're going to. So here, this is where it's already hard, but this is where it gets a little bit hard. You're going to do the same setup, but you got to be a little bit more careful when it comes to Gilgamesh. So ATB boost, you want to move away when it comes to Yuffie, and then ATB boost, if he attacks you, dodge. Set up your time, set up the ATB ward once again with Aerith, but be very careful on how he hits you. You know what I mean? So you want to dodge out a lot of this stuff. The opening is such an important part of this battle because if he hits you with certain moves, he can turn you into a frog, he can silence you, and you don't want that. So you got to be very careful. So brutal form should dodge a lot of this stuff. You already got fire on him because once we get the ATB set up, we're going to cast level 3 fire on him with Tifa. You put Arcane Ward on Tifa, and so that gives her 2, and then you do, build up your ATB again and do level 3 fire when it comes to Aerith, and then rinse and repeat that setup with casting level 3 fire by doing your brutal form. So right there, he's pretty much staggered, and he's pretty much dead here. If you can get the opening round set up like this, you're going to be good to go, but it takes a little bit of practice. When you fight against Gilgamesh, it's good to go into, the Gilgamesh battle, in the island, and just, do that fight, do a save, and so you can do the fight to practice on how you should, do the opening for Gilgamesh, because it's very RNG on his attacks in the beginning. This is the hardest bout here against Virtual Sephiroth. You want to get to Tifa, control her, and have Sephiroth kind of target with Tifa. So, switch up, keep switching up to see where Sephiroth is targeting. Do your ATB boost with Aerith, and then cast your ATB ward on Yuffie, and then do your setup right there. Try to build up as much ATB as possible. But with Yuffie, as you're building up ATB with Yuffie, you cast your fire. You want to get at least 1 fire on Sephiroth. But when you do your ATB setup with Yuffie, make sure you cast haste right here. Be careful of this move right here, Shadowy Chains. So with Yuffie, you want to cast Barrier. So that's why we put Barrier with Magnify on everyone, because everyone is going to get stuck here. So everybody needs barrier because he's going to Octo Slash everyone, and you got to take the hits, but you will survive it if you cast that barrier right there. I paused here because I was fretting. I was nervous because I've died so many times to Sephiroth here. So I made a pause, and it's okay to pause and take a break. This is the reason why I'm showing it like this, because I'm pretty sure as you're doing this battle, you'll be doing the same thing. And I took a pause right here. I sat back in my chair. I drank some water because my hands was already hurting from doing all this goddamn brutal forms. My thumb was already hurting. I was like, okay, all right, let's ready to go. We're good to go. Let's do it. I paused again because I was like, okay, all right, I'm not gonna die. I'm making sure I'm not dying because I'm looking at everybody's health. I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna be fine here. I think I'm gonna be good. But you know, like I said, it's okay to pause it, especially with this dude right here. So he's gonna do his Octo Slash, and this is gonna hurt. But it's good to have the ATB already set up, so you can use I think I use make sure you control Tifa, and then when controlling Tifa, slide away and then use Aerith to cast Curaga or Cure on everyone. And I pause right here again because I want to see who is he targeting, making sure he's targeting Tifa. Like I said, I do that. I pause up because I get nervous, you know, and I know you get nervous as well. So don't be ashamed to pause, or even go into the command menu in tactical mode where it slows things down so you can see. But the reason why I paused it here, like I said, is because this is like my 10th time, or probably even more to be honest with you, doing this, and I didn't want to mess up. So I'm just making sure that he's targeting me good. And then once he's targeted, I'm going to use Yuffie to scroll on over. I see the shadowy chains thing again. I'm scared, but we're going to have Tifa do her setup here and hit him with a fire, and then have Arcade Ward on Tifa. And I'm like, okay, you know, it's good. He got hit. It's okay. He got hit, and he's going to get hit twice. And then we're going to build up the fire again, because I think that knocked him out of it. Yeah, where he does that little slam move. I think it's called like Heaven's Gate or whatnot. But we're going to roll back over, and we're going to do a brutal form in that Arcade Ward, and we're going to rinse and repeat what we've been doing, the same thing with everyone. But just be careful, because he's going to do shadowy chains again. So you want to make sure you have that ATB with Yuffie set up, because you want to cast that barrier again just in case. But you know, the fire should knock him out, because it kind of stuns him a little bit. It stuns bosses. Like fire and wind stun bosses a little bit, where it keeps them a little you know. So yeah, he's going to change his affinity. Don't be dumb like me, because if you keep using fire here, you're going to heal him up. So I messed up there. But once he changes his affinity to switch on over to, you know, ice, and cast level 3 blizzard, because he's going to be pretty busy trying to get Yuffie. And that should I think this stuns him right here. This should stagger him right here, and then you can just continue doing, you know, if you run out of magic with Tifa or whatnot, you know, do her unbridled form, you know, unbridled strength, and keep doing like a true attacks or whatnot, you know, once he's staggered, because Tifa does a lot of damage. So he's staggered right here. You're going to be using a lot of MP here, but we're in the Arcade Ward, and we're in the ATB Ward. So this is good. This is a good thing here. It's good to have the Arcade Ward and the ATB Ward, you know, right here. And then we're just going to keep casting some blizzards on this guy, just to pack him up and see what we can do. But yeah, you know, once your magic is kind of low, you know, just use your regular attacks with Tifa, like True Strike. As you can see, the damage that is piling up. We're going to do another True Strike. And I think with Yuffie, I tried to do like a Art of War or whatnot. Yeah, I had no more blizzard, so I was just like, you know what? We're just going to cast the level 1 and pack him up there. If this video helped you, let me know in the comment section below. It's your boy Jay Bari. I'm gone. Deuces. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button if you did. Thank you.